So Michelle, as small group director, what makes for a good day?
For me, what makes a really great day is when I meet people who get this small group thing more than I do. Like they live it, they breathe it, they understand what relationships with one another means and how that brings us closer in relationship with Jesus. It's something that just kind of rolls out of them, it flows, and they really get it.
So what would you say is one of your pet peeves?
Okay, one of my pet peeves is when I'm having a conversation with someone and the whole purpose of their conversation is to get me to agree with them that because of who they are and what they do in their life, that small groups isn't applicable to them and that they really don't need to be part of a small group.
So what's usually your response to someone who tries to give you all these excuses of why they shouldn't be in a small group? What would you say to them?
Often I would say, from what you're telling me, I can understand why fitting small group into your life is hard. I get that. It's not even easy for me. But at the same time, we're part of a church that believes in what small groups can do for you as an individual and also what it can do for others. So it's not always about us and trying fitting it into our world for us, but often there's someone else that when we invite them in, that it's actually for them as well. But it does something for our soul and for our hearts as well when we do that.
Like what kind of thing would you say it does for us? Like how could I benefit from being in a small group?
It really takes away, it boils down to our self-centered nature. I am naturally selfish, you're naturally selfish. We all want to do what we think first in our minds, what we need to do in a day. It's not often about the good of another person. It's not about what's gonna make you feel good and make you look the best. It's about reaching others and extending your hand out and bringing them in. And it takes away that all about me.
So if you were to picture Riverwood's future and the small groups of Riverwood, what do you see and what do you hope and pray for?
I really, really hope to see more than 600 or 700 people in small group. I would love to have groups that are continuously being open by even multiplying when their groups get too big. I would just love it to be so natural that when people come in and they're introducing each other, that they would know someone off the tip of their tongue that, hey, you know what, I think I know someone who has a spot in their small group that you can be part of, and introducing that way. We're not there yet, but that's what I'd love to see.
So how does someone get connected into a small group?
Well, one of the best ways is introducing yourself to someone down your row. And I just think if the first time you don't succeed, there's another row and there's another row. And it eventually happens. But if that's too hard and you're brand new here, that's what I'm here for. I want to help. I mean, when things happen naturally and more organically, it's better, it's more fresh. But if we need to be more strategic, let's do it. And that's what I'm here for. So you can go to our app or our website, and there's a link that brings your questions directly to me. Also, you can find a card on your seat. You can fill that out and you can hand that in to the Welcome Center or Small Group Central.
Awesome, well thanks so much for sharing.